Seduction tips. Secrets to sexual success. I have been around thousands of men. No, I have not slept with thousands of men. Well now, I don't think it over 1,000. I was the owner of a large male performance company. I was young. Younger than many of the performers, so all of them opened up to me. In my personal life I was not a person who had any trouble finding a man. I was really attractive, but it takes much more than good looks to get the hottest or most successful men. If you want to have anybody you want and find, hopefully, Mr. Right, or if you want you'll find Mr. Right now. Almost 50 years of experience, with all types of men, I learned a lot. The 150 men I employed shared what they knew about men with me too. Interestingly, we associate seduction with sex, when in fact, true seduction is the opposite of sex. Sex is when a desire is met. Seduction is not about the culmination or gratification of desire, it is about the thrill of the desire itself. It is the game that is played. It's as more exciting as the desire comes closer and closer and closer. Being able to maintain that tension of wanting for a long time is best. Seduction is about making him want you, not necessarily letting him have you. Smile genuinely when a guy approaches or says something interesting. Display that you are confident. I'm always encouraging people to be more confident. Men love it. If you seem like you're not desperate, that you could take or leave talking to a guy, his desire to chase you kicks in. Touch goes hand in hand with body language. The more often you touch him, and we're not talking obvious caresses here, the more he'll want to touch you back. Touch reminds men of, yep, you guessed it, sex. So it's a subtle way of saying I want you. If you want to know how to seduce a man with touch, focus on resting your fingers on his forearm, gently squeezing his biceps. Oh my, what big muscles you have, or laying your hand on his shoulder or back. Try it and see if he reciprocates within a few minutes. Give him a smirk if he uses a cheesy pickup line. You don't want to send him away with his tail between his legs. But you do want him to know you're onto him. Make up your smiles. Like eye expressions. There are tons of ways when you're on a date or just talking to a guy you want to seduce. Be keenly aware of your body positioning. If your arms are crossed, or you're facing away from him, he won't get the sense that you're interested. On the other hand, if you lean in with your arms propped on the table or your hip, this tells him you're open. If he compliments you, smile and look in his eyes and say thank you, or better yet, I know. Hold your shoulders back. Shoulders forward, say you're insecure. The opposite says you own the room. Wear clothes that flatter your look and be attractive, but also show your intelligence. There's a fine line between showing off your intellectual side and just being a know-it. What you say and how you say it is very important. Here are examples of some sex talk that I have used in messages and conversations with men. Remember, right time, right place. Don't just start with heavy sex talk. I want you to slowly kiss me from my lips, down my neck, onto my chest, and down my body. I just want to be used by you. Can I be your sex toy? I can't wait until we're both alone so that I can tie you up later and have my way with you. Feeling you on top of me and in control is the hottest thing ever. I was thinking about you last night. I need you dominating me, it is such a turn on. I want you to take control of me. I love you talking dirty and then you just do me. Whenever want you to have me, I can't say no. It feels so good. I know you like that my asshole is so tight. You can barely force your cocking, but then it begins to open up and you feel me accept you. I love how you start pounding me savagely. I just want to get done here and come back home to you, sweetheart. I want to rub you all over and we shower together. After that, we will make passionate love, babe. You're such a sexy hot man. I can't do anything but beg to have your cock. You're my soulmate and I feel anything you feel too. We are meant to be and I want you so bad. You need to be manly and aggressive with me, and you might think getting your dick in my ass is easy, but you have to work hard to seduce me and get your cock inside me. I will struggle and try to get away because it's so big and you're such a man. Would you pin me down so you can fuck me harder? I want to sleep with your dick inside of me. I want to wake up and feel your dick every morning. I want my baby to know I love him. You are my stud and the most important thing in my world, and I love you. I love you so much and want to kiss those tender lips right now. But I know I'll have you all to myself very soon and we won't have to separate anymore. That's how I want to have my huge hard cock deep in your ass. I am going to fuck you till your cute ass is a dripping sweetheart. How about a few tips? There are so many ways you can express yourself with your eyes. So do ones that reflect you. You can also make prolonged eye contact with him across a crowded room until he takes notice. Then look away. You've hooked him. But then it seems like there's something more interesting that has taken your attention. This will pique his interest since he wants your attention back on him, and he'll walk over. Send seductive texts. The secret to knowing how to seduce a man is realizing that not all seduction happens in person. You can also fascinate him via text. The key here is not to be blatantly sexual, but to use innuendo to get him thinking sexy without pushing for it. You need to know what type of man you actually are looking for. On the surface, these are the things I seek: sexy tattoos and a fit body. A big body frame, tall and also looks mean. I like a man that could be a construction worker or a redneck. A dirty mechanic is hot. He will have a hairy chest with a thin line of hair plummeting down towards his cock over a fit muscular washboard stomach. I like rather large penises, and uncut is a special treat. A nice firm butt and attractive butthole helps. I'm kind of attracted to an extremely masculine type that looks like it either kiss you or rob you. I'm turned on by a type that could be very dominant to me and control me sexually. Getting and keeping a stud. There are romantic things that I say, such as, when I look in your eyes, I am reminded how lucky of a man I am. I can't wait to hold your hand as my head for the rest of my life. Today, I joined my life to yours. Let me be the shoulder you lay on the rock on which you rest. When I look in your eyes, I am reminded how lucky of a man I am. I can't wait to hold your hand as my hand for the rest of my life. Today, I joined my life to you as your friend, your lover, and your confidant. You look so beautiful to me today. But know that you always look beautiful to me and will always be this beautiful to me tomorrow, and the next day and the next. As gorgeous as you are right now. I will only love you more and more each day. I promise to be your faithful lover. I vowed to love you when the sun shines, when the rain falls, in sickness, and in health, through good times and bad. Our love is unique. Because we are unique. Together we make something that has never been seen before. Together we make a force that holds the power to stand against any disaster, an engine of love the likes of which the world has never seen. Take my hand. I vow to begin our journey in honest and true devotion. What is a lover? I must admit, I'm not sure. All I know is that I am devoted to you completely, and I am a better person because of your love. If that is what a lover means, then I am prepared to be yours. It will be my continued goal to uncover all your dreams for the future and work toward making them a reality that we can both share and enjoy. When you smile, I feel a level of accomplishment you wouldn't begin to understand. When you cry, I interpret it as a failure on my behalf. I view your emotions as a gauge to how I am performing as a boyfriend. Another thing I do to get a man hot is play the "can you imagine?" game. Remember, delivery and timing matter. I ask things like, can you imagine reaching down into those pajamas or underwear and play with your big penis and think about me sucking on it? Can you imagine taking one hand and reach around and play with your sexy butthole as you stroke your big cock thinking about me sucking you and fingering you? Can you imagine playing with your nipples and pinch them thinking of my lips on your sexy chest, nibbling on your nipples as my cock slides into your hot ass? Can you imagine? Your legs on either side of my head on my shoulders and my sexy look at you with my blue eyes piercing deep as you feel my cock piercing you. Can you imagine? Hearing yourself moan as I pump you harder and harder, deeper and deeper until you climax with me inside of you. Your cum shooting all over your hot sexy body with your legs in the air and my cock deep inside. Can you imagine? Seeing my cock come out of your ass and shoot cum all over your balls and dig and belly. Can you imagine? When you no longer have to imagine and you are here with me, sweetheart. Sex quiz. Yes, it may be a cliche but they work. My normal sex quiz questions. In an ideal world, how many times would you have sex in a week? What is something you've always wanted to try in bed? Have you ever had or would you ever have a threesome? Have you ever been attracted to a man? How did you lose your virginity? When was the first time you ever masturbated? What is your number one sexual fantasy? Would you ever do it in real life? Where is your favorite place to have sex outside of the bedroom? Have you ever been walked in on during sex? Have you ever walked in on someone else? What is the craziest thing you've ever been asked to do in bed? Did you do it? How do you feel about porn? What kind of porn do you like? What is your favorite sexual position? What is your least favorite sexual position? What are your most sensitive erogenous zones that don't always get attention? Nipples, ears, and neck, etc. What is your favorite part about sex? Foreplay, teasing, penetration, oral sex, pillow talk, etc. If we were going to role play, who would you want me to dress up as? Would you ever go to a dominatrix? What sex toy have you been dying to try? What words or sexy phrases turn you on? What is the weirdest thing that turns you on? The best part is exploring the questions later. Your eyes tell him everything about how you feel. They are, in fact, your biggest weapon when it comes to winning the seduction war. When you're talking to a man you're attracted to, you might get nervous and flood your eyes around. But you're better off looking him directly in the eyes while smiling while you talk or listen. Makes up your expression based on what he's saying. You can raise an eyebrow to indicate that you don't playfully believe him or even wink at him. If you're trying to seduce a guy, you can talk about books you've read and things you're interested in. But don't start correcting him if he says something wrong. I 100% believe that you have to be yourself to seduce a man. Otherwise, you come off as inauthentic and he'll see right through you. If you're sexy and confident, you will prove yourself to be genuine. He'll want you to mind, body, and soul if he sees that you know who you are and what you want, including him. Ways to tell someone you want them. Don't do things you're supposed to because people say they are romantic. I realize that statement is ironic considering that I'm writing an article on romance. But hear me out. If roses, chocolates and expensive dinners aren't your things, don't do it. Newsflash, not everyone likes that stuff. We're not all the same. Take the time and effort to be romantic in a way the other person will appreciate. Touch your face and ear when you're talking to them. Touch them casually on the arm or knee when you're talking to them. Laugh at their jokes. Touch their arm or knee when you laugh at their jokes. Notice when their glass is empty, and always offer to fill it up or get them another. Make eye contact from across the room at parties. Smile. If you get an inside joke going between just the two of you, work it into conversation. Often say their name when you're talking to them. It's true. People thrill at the sound of their name, especially when uttered by someone they are interested in. Find a common enemy, another party guest, and the annoying guy at the bar, a broken jukebox, the lack of pizza joints in this part of town. It's up against the world. Make sure to get pictures of the two of you when you're out together. Handwrite a note on your business card when you give it to them. It was good to meet you. Remember what their drink is without having to ask. Order in for them. Show up to their art opening soccer game, Open mic night / thing. Don't leave without saying goodbye. That shirt, perfume, ring, pair of shoes. They once mentioned they liked it. Wear it a lot. Remember what you talked about the last time you saw each other and ask them how things turned out the next time you see each other. If they take your hand, squeeze it or run your thumb over their knuckles. Text them not just to make plans, but just because. Dress up a little when you know you're going to see them. Bring up something little that you remember they want to be sent to you. If they mentioned an ex, or a date gone bad, tell them that they're too good for that person. Anyway, give them a ridiculously huge tip. This only works if they're your waiter, bartender, or barista. Email them because you just saw something and it made me think of you. Treat them to something sometime. Make up a nickname for them. Be the only one who calls them that. Invent any excuse for them to come over: a new movie, a sports game, a dinner party, a home repair project you need help with. Being genuinely delighted every time you see them. Make no effort to hide it. Loan them a book that you just thought they would like. Offer to hold their purse, bag, coat, cup. Talk about your deepest feelings. Being able to share your greatest joys and pain will deepen your relationship. When someone understands your losses, doesn't judge you for your feelings, and will support you in your healing, that sounds like love to me. Just remember not to turn your partner in. Your therapist offered to drive them to the airport. Just talk to them about anything. Whenever you get the chance, check out that TV show, movie, band, restaurant thing mentioned. Tell them what you thought of it. Compliment them on something you think other people might notice about them. Pass them a note during class, a meeting, at a crowded bar. It can be even easier to not listen properly when you have been with someone for a certain amount of time. You may not know it, but not listening properly can be hurtful. Whether you think the topic isn't that interesting or you feel like you've heard it all already, make the effort to listen. This is the person who is supposed to mean the most to you. Why wouldn't you care what they have to say? If you are thinking of starting the search for Mr. Right, then it is important to ensure you know what type of guy is right. How does he talk about others? Does he talk positively or negatively about others? Does he gossip and spread rumors? Or does he not say anything if it's unkind? Stick with the ones who keep negative opinions they might have to themselves. The type of friends he has, who are the people he's choosing to surround himself with. What is his best friend like? If his best friend is a pompous asshole, you have to wonder why he would choose someone like that. If he keeps his word, don't fall for every excuse he can come up with when he doesn't follow through. If you want a good relationship with someone, it starts with trust. And how can you trust someone if you can't believe what he says? Because he doesn't follow through or commit to anything. How does he talk about himself? Does he brag and have an ego? Or is he humble and doesn't think much of the things he does? Stick with the ones who are humble. How he treats those doing his service for him. You can tell everything about someone based on how they treat a stranger doing something for them. Pay close attention to that consistency in how he treats you. He doesn't just treat you well in the beginning and it fades out. He treats you well all the time, showing you that he respects you is the most important thing in the world to him. How he handles confrontation. Does he go silent? Does he stay mad? Does he lose it? Does he use it against you in the future? Or does he talk about it with you, then forgive you if you're wrong, and move on, never bringing it up again? How does he speak of his exes? Does the badmouth every single one of them? If he does, there is a chance that could be you one day. Or does he still have a lot of respect for the people he dated and invested time into? Stick with the guys who still speak kindly of their ex. I want to mention that I am into very smart guys. That is number one turned on for me. I've known some very good-looking men who never did anything for me unless they were intelligent as well. And vice versa. I've been massively attracted to average-looking guys who managed to interest me intellectually first, seduced my brain, intrigued me, and challenged me mentally, and my heart and body will follow. I should add that I am relatively good-looking and get approached by men regularly above average-looking ones as well as average-looking ones. This is how I know that looks are not important to me. Is this important to me because I have an above-average IQ? I get easily bored by people, men who can only lead the small talk. I just thought I would share my taste. More thing to observe. Does he apologize when he's wrong? When he's wrong, he owns up to it and tries to make it right. It's that simple. He doesn't play games. He's honest, upfront, and forward. When it comes to pursuing you, he lays it out on the table what he has to offer. He doesn't try and play some texting game of delayed responses or blowing up your news feed. If he likes you, you're never going to have to wonder if he takes things slowly. He doesn't try and sleep with you right off the bat. Because the truth is he's not looking for someone like that. He's looking for someone he can build a life with. And when you're doing that, you don't need to rush things. He can tell exactly what his goals are. You ask him about the future. And it's not an ambiguous response of not knowing. He knows exactly where he wants to be and how he can get there. He works hard and he's looking for someone who can match his ambition. He remembers the things you tell him. It's the little details he makes a point to remember. So many people talk to hear themselves talk, but he wants to learn more about you and the things you care about. I'm going to end today by sharing a few more of my feelings about a man and what matters. Besides the intellect, I am also attracted to men with strong personalities. That means confidence, the ability to overcome hardships by remaining optimistic, being able to laugh even if life throws difficulties to your face. Creative approach to life problems, being able to care about and be compassionate to people in your life who are less smart, less fortunate. Men who are generous to themselves and others, both emotionally and financially. I hope this gives you an idea of my type. This is not by any means a generalization, though I claim that there are a lot of men out there who think and feel like me. Be brave, be smart, be creative, be kind. And then it won't matter how you look to a lot of men. Certainly not to me. Small things you can do to make someone special feel loved. Don't forget to hug before you say goodbye. Physical gestures often go undervalued after a relationship has been going on for a while. Tell them how special they are to you. This goes beyond just saying, "I love you." Express understanding when it's needed by saying, "I understand how you feel." If you don't understand and express your desire to by saying something like, "Tell me how you feel so that I can understand." Tell them frequently how much you appreciated it when they do things for you. We often get used to how much our spouses or partners do for us and tend to forget how much easier they make our lives. Tell them how much you enjoy certain aspects of their personality. For example, "I love your sense of humor." You need to be praised for who you are, and so do they. Go an entire day with your partner without saying anything but positive praise. You can make this as frequent practice as you like. Fix your partner their favorite food without them asking. Offer to help cook. If you have kids, offer to take them out so your partner can spend some relaxing time alone. Alone time is important. Send an intimate text message to your partner for no reason. Email your partner while they're at work just to see how they're doing. Call your partner when they're unbroken just to say hi. Reach across the car, the table, or the couch to touch their hand. If only for a moment. Pull out their chair, or open the door for them. Chivalry guys, remember to smile at them. I don't mean smile at them or fake it. I mean giving them their smile, the one you save for them. Instead of taking your frustrations out on them after a hard day. Say, "I needed to see you today because," or "I had a hard day and I need a hug." They probably aren't the cause of your bad mood. So let them help you out and joke and laugh with them. Go to bed at the same time for a week. Talk or rant together or just sit quietly. If you have children, compliment your partner or spouse in front of them. This will make your kids happy to brag about your partner in public. Yes, they may turn beet red if they're shy, but they'll appreciate it. Try to avoid their pet peeves, e.g. sponge left in the sink or toilet seat left up. You may think they're silly, but it's important to them. Light a candle or two when you have dinner together to make the atmosphere more romantic, just because. Find creative ways to tell each other I love you in code. Have date nights. Go out or stay in, but make the night about one another. Pick him some flowers. Offer to watch a movie with them that they like. Give them a massage after a long day, or for no reason at all. Tell them they're your best friend. Don't be shy about sharing your feelings. Let them know if you're happy or unhappy at the moment. And why. Listen when they tell you how they're feeling. Buy small just because presents outside of a holiday or birthday. Write intimate messages on a piece of paper and slip them into their bag for them to find. Hold hands in public. Take lessons together. It doesn't matter what kind of apologize when you make a mistake. Let them be right sometimes. Play games from your childhood together. Give your partner space when they need it. But let them know you're there when they need you. Run a hot bath for your partner when they seem stressed. Wash your partner's car for them. Put a cute little toy that reminds them of you in their glove compartment. Try to do one random act of kindness every day for your partner. Try new activities together. Challenging ones are the best. Take a day off work every once in a while to spend doing nothing together. Let your partner sleeping. Turn off their alarm and bring them breakfast in bed. Remind your partner that they're hot or sexy. Take bike rides or go for walks together. Wear matching outfits every so often. Keep your partner's favorite snacks on hand at all times. Volunteer together. Do each other's hair. Create goals as a couple. They can be about fitness, finance, personal growth, etc. Take an unplanned vacation together. Plan a special day for your partner. Use a photo of them as the wallpaper on your phone and show them that do a chore that he or she usually does. Keep a shared journal between the two of you. Accompany him to game night, football night, and be one of the guys. Take time to get to know your partner's friends. Let your partner have a guy's night out sometimes. Put on your partner's favorite song or music and invite them to dance. Be silly sometimes. Make fun of yourselves. Don't be too serious. Sing for your partner or play them something if you're instrumentally inclined. Tell them I'm more in love with you than I was yesterday. When you're having a bad day, lighten the mood by saying I hate everything today. But you're pretty cool. As always, tell them that you think they're even more attractive than when you met them. Tell them you were thinking about them. Tell them you support them. Tell them you love their body and mind. Tell them what made you happy today. And how it reminded you of them. Ask them how their day was. Say good morning every day. Say good night every night. Make sure they know you're there. Number 1. Show your partner you respect them by listening to their opinions on important decisions and act on them. Tell them you appreciate what's good about their opinions. Even when you disagree with them. Lovingly tease them and call them names too sickeningly sweet for anyone else. Flirt, everyone enjoys flirting. Ask them to choose your outfit for work. Go to the gym together. Write a poem or song for your partner. Even if it's goofy. Make your partner a sweet card for no reason at all. Recreate your first date, run in the kiss, etc. If you're crafty, make them something. It doesn't have to be useful. But make sure it's adorable and reminds them of you. Tell them you're lucky to have them. Tell them how you've changed since you met them and be truthful. Let them know about the naughty mistakes you've made. Be gentle about pointing out your partner's flaws. They may need to hear it. But always softly show your partner how you trust them. Don't feel the need to know their whereabouts if they don't open up first. Buy your partner a gift certificate for their favorite store. Never blame your bad mood on your partner. Write them a story about your love. Make a picture collage of the two of you do something silly together. Invite their family to dinner if they're on good terms. That is, make a playlist of your favorite songs as a couple and play it on a road trip. Read some cheesy romance movies. Ask your partner to share their dreams with you. Laugh when they joke. Even if the joke isn't funny. Make it easy for them to love you. You will find that they'll act in kind. No matter what stage you're at in your relationship, couples need to carve out special time for one another. Whether it's regular date nights, saving up for a big event, or indulging in the little things as often as you can. All these romantic acts nurture your relationship and keep your bond strong. Build a campfire. Ignite the flames of passion in a smoky-approved way by gathering around a campfire in your backyard. If your municipality doesn't allow fires, huddled by the fireplace instead, or even make Eskimo rays in the microwave, watch the sunset. Find a beautiful setting, whether in a clear field or on top of a hill, to watch the sunset. Look at the colors of the sky together and slowly watch as the sun settles below the horizon. Make dinner together from scratch. Spending time in the kitchen with your partner can be romantic. And then you can sit down to eat a candlelight dinner that you created yourself. Watch a romantic movie, or rent a few of them and have a movie marathon. Make sure to find some from several decades ago and compare them to the romantic movies that have come out in more recent years. Visit the zoo or aquarium. Come on. Even fish are cute. Show your sensitive side and squeeze over some new fuzzy orphan friends. Read each other romance novels. Grab some steamy reading from your local library or used bookstore and take turns reading to each other. You will be in the mood before you can say once upon a time. Go camping. Snuggling under the stars is a cliché for a reason. Pitch a tent in the backyard if you don't have a campground nearby. Rent a paddle boat. Find a local lake that rents paddle boats for the day and spend an afternoon on the lake along with your partner, enjoying the views and the quiet sounds, and feed each other chocolate. This is a slow and romantic way to set the scene for a romantic evening at home. Make chocolate-covered strawberries and take turns with your partner feeding them to each other. Bring a picnic to the park. If it is a sunny day or a nice evening, pack up a picnic and take it to a local park to sit on the grass. Watch as other people go by and enjoy a leisurely meal together outside. If there is a pond, make sure to save some breadcrumbs from your meal to feed the ducks. Take a dance class. Nothing is more romantic than a night of dancing. Often, you can find studios that offer classes for newbies and couples. Try out a form of dance that is new to both of you, such as salsa or swing dancing. Don't stress out about doing the steps perfectly. Just have fun with it. People watch. Sit somewhere outside where a lot of people tend to walk by and come up with crazy backstories for people as they pass you by. Go thrift shopping. This is the ultimate treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find, and it is fun to do with your partner so you can share the thrill. Plan an outdoor adventure. Take your boyfriend on a romantic outdoor adventure like a hike to a viewpoint, camping, kayaking, or backpacking. Turn your phones off and enjoy each other's company and nature's beauty. Take him out of town, get a change of scenery, and book a weekend trip getaway. The destination you choose should reflect his interests. Some possible destinations include wineries, big cities, the countryside, or the seaside. Relive your first day. Take it back to where it all started by reliving your first date. Try to make it as authentic as you can by wearing the outfit that you wore and ordering what you ordered if at a restaurant. It will a really fun way to reminisce and see how far you've come as a couple. Go to a spa. Sure, some guys may feel intimidated by the thought of a couple's day at the spa. But once you get there, your man will probably be thinking you purchase a couple's treatment package like a massage or a mud wrap. Try to find a spa that offers a lot of services so you can make the experience into an entire day of relaxation gift for your pet if your boyfriend puts his pet's needs before his own. Your devout dog or cat dad would appreciate a gift for his fur baby. Try a personalized food bowl set or a DIY hard bandana. Go to a local bed and breakfast. Take a staycation at a unique B&B with a romantic room and let someone else prepare breakfast for you in the morning. Take a bubble bath. You can't get more romantic than this. Wait until it is dark outside, so you can take a candlelit bath, put on some soft music, keep the water warm and just soak and relax with your partner. You can even add some essential oils to make the bath even more relaxing. Play Twister. This can get very romantic, depending on what kinds of positions you end up getting into. Also, it will bring out the kid in you. Indulge his adrenaline junkie side. If your boyfriend has an adrenaline junkie side, look into an activity he's been impassioned about. Some of these activities might include outdoor and indoor skydiving, paragliding, or parasailing. If he likes activities like motocross or mountain bike riding, make homemade ice cream. You can get an inexpensive homemade ice cream maker and play around with some creative flavors that you make up together. Dance in the rain. Of course, you will only be able to do this if the weather permits, but it makes for a very romantic memory. Ask each other powerful questions. Asking questions can be fun and enlightening, especially if you have been married for a long time and think you know everything about each other. This will have the two of you connecting and laughing in no time. Blindfolded surprise date. Take any surprise date idea to the next level by blindfolding and kidnapping your boyfriend. He will have no clue where you're taking him, making the surprise much more fun. Pro tip: blindfold him with a new tie or scarf that he gets to keep as a gift. Go to a drive-in movie. Yes, these still exist in some cities. Cuddle up in the back of your car with your partner and watch a movie out in a little more privacy than you would in a movie theater. Send him a care package is a great gift because you can customize it to his specific interests and needs. Try including a combination of a sweet treat, something on his wish list, and a thoughtful DIY gift. Something that reminds him of you. Find a fireplace. There are very few things that are more romantic than sipping wine in front of the fire. If you do not have a fireplace in your house, find a local restaurant or hotel that has one that you can enjoy. Rent a plush hotel suite for the evening. You can pretend you are on an expensive vacation for the night. Treat yourself to room service and just spend the evening with each other, knowing that someone else will pick you up after you make breakfast. If you had a romantic night, wake up and keep the togetherness going. Team up to make a decadent homemade breakfast and eat it in bed. Pancakes include simple ingredients that most people have on hand. So whip some up, put on a pot of coffee and listen to some Sunday morning jazz. Give each other a massage. Take turns giving each other a massage. You can do this in front of a movie or bed while listening to relaxing music. The physical touch will be relaxing and romantic. Turn your power off. Act as if you don't have power, and as the sun goes down, light some candles and turn off your televisions and phone. Spend the evening in the glow of candlelight, talking and spending quality time with each other instead of focusing on electronics. Surprise him with flirty photos. Surprise your boyfriend with cute and flirty photos of yourself. Get a friend who has a good eye for photography to help you out, or make them yourself with a timer. Some cute ideas include wearing his favorite team's jersey, cosplay from his favorite movies and shows, his work clothes, or something else that represents his interests. Write him a letter or poem in a digitally dominated world. A handwritten letter from the heart is one of the most personal and thoughtful gifts you could give. If you have a way with words, consider writing poetry and reading it aloud for him. Breakfast or brunch in bed gets his day off to a great start by serving him breakfast or brunch in bed. Heart-shaped pancakes, eggs, and potatoes are sure to put a smile on his face. Try serving it up with a pink or red smoothie or a refreshing mimosa. Tour your hometown. Because you live there and experience your area every day. You may wonder why other people see your hometown as a vacation destination. Find the things around your town that a tourist would have on their itinerary and rediscover your roots. This is one of my favorite suggestions I'm making right now. Take baths together, and especially romantic baths. Got sex in a shower is great. Nothing beats a bath for two. The things you will need: rose petals, bath oil, bubble bath or bath salts, candlelight, romantic mood music, chilled champagne, bath lava, warm fluffy towels, bath robes. Create an ambience and set the mood. Choose a time when you know you won't be disturbed. Turn off your mobile phones, dim the lights and place candles along a nearby vanity or surface edge. Subtle, aromatic scented candles of jasmine or lavender work nicely to fill the room with a pleasant aroma. Put on some romantic music to add to the mood and romance. Prepare the water. Turn on the water to a temperature slightly warmer than touch. Comfort and timing is everything, so the longer the wait before arrival, the warmer the water should be to account for natural cooling over time. Select a scented bubble bath, bath salt or bath oil of choice and add it liberally as the water is running according to package instructions. Bubble bath will need to be refreshed with more running water as needed to amp up the romance by sprinkling rose petals across the top. Accessorize a plush mat beside the tub will provide the visual invitation and path to the bath. Place a fresh thick robe within reach to ensure your love skin stays snuggled and warm after exiting the bath. Please the other senses. Place a bath caddy or serving tray nearby with a glass of red wine, champagne, or similar with a cocktail napkin or cloth underneath to catch any spill. Shatterproof glasses or best. Consider adding an ice bucket with the remaining beverage within easy reach for pouring more if desired. Add a selection of chocolate truffles or wrapped chocolates to sweeten the experience and tantalize the taste buds, and for an extra expression of romance,